Thanks for watching another episode of World War II Jeep and Rifle. Today I'm going to go through a vintage Gramophone, a special services record player that was used in the field. And before I get started, if you like this kind of stuff, are into it like I am, subscribe. We'll keep showing you more like this. But this demonstration today, we'll show how to operate the phonograph. First of all, it's a compact phonograph. It does not require any electricity, no batteries, no power plug. It is all mechanical. The motor for the turntable is mechanical and it's cranked by this stowable hand crank. I'll show you that in a second. The sound is amplified by this reproducer, which vibrates along with the grooves in the record, and through this waveguide it is piped around underneath the turntable in a horn-shaped amplifier to the back, and the sound comes out. I'll show you, I'll play a record at the end and you'll see how it works. A few other things. This is a needle stowage area. The needles are just a piece of, it's almost like the tip of a nail. Okay, very sharp. The instructions indicate that each needle lasts for about eight records, which is not very much, so I guess you go through needles pretty fast. The records it plays are 7 to 8 RPM records. It doesn't play any other speeds, and the speed can be somewhat regulated by this dial on the side. Some record players, the arrangement is slightly different. The crank is on the left, the speed is on the right. This is the brake. It's really just a piece of leather that gets pushed against the turntable to keep it from turning, adding some friction. In this position, there's no braking and it can turn. Okay? Switching to the crank side, in the travel position, the needle and reproducer have a little bracket and a cavity that it is stowed into so that the needle is not rubbing on anything and stays sharp. I'll move that out of the way temporarily. And here is the hand crank. The hand crank goes into the side of the unit, and what the first motions you're doing are to thread the crank onto the motor. The motor is like a clock spring, or something to that effect, and as you wind it, you are winding the spring. And this one happens to have two springs which work together to provide a constant rate of rotation. I can feel it starting to tighten up as I apply more cranks. It's important that you do not over tighten this thing. There should be no forcing or you'll bust the springs. Okay, I'm getting some good tension, so I'm just going to leave it at that, and then I'm going to unthread the crank. And I'll stow it. All right, now I've got some Bing Crosby here. I'll first demonstrate the release of the brake, and we'll let it wind up and come to speed. Before I put the needle on the record, it's good for it to build up its momentum and come to a steady state. All right. course, be very gentle here, coming onto the outside groove, and here we go.
Sometimes I wonder why I spend a lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. When our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. Oh, but that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside a government wall. When stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells a fairy tale of paradise where roses bloom, though I dream in vain. In my heart it will remain, my stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain. I dream in vain. In my heart it will remain. My stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain.
Okay, beautiful. Takes you back instantly. Before you stow it and put it away for travel, it's important that you let the spring release all of its tension. And so release the brake. I'll let the turntable run until the motor has exhausted all of its stored energy, and then buckle it up and put it away. In a future video, I'll show you how to disassemble the turntable so that you can do regular maintenance, which is usually just a little cleaning and adding some oil to the motor and the gear box for the turntable. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I sure like making them for you, and if you subscribe, you can see more. See you next time.